Hi guys, it's Grace. Asparagus and beets are BFFs. I'm telling you, they're best friends forever. It's kind of like peanut butter and jelly. They weirdly go together and just make sense. And today I'm gonna be making a roasted asparagus and beet salad with a mustard shallot dressing that is oh so delicious and creamy. This salad works. There's no explanation for it, but just trust me, you're going to fall in love. And it all starts with some beautiful red beets or purple beets here. I have some small beets. I really like using small beets so you can cut them up into really nice, pretty shapes. These are pre-cooked. You typically can buy them in the grocery store pre-cooked and you don't have to do any work. If you can't find them pre-cooked, all you need to do is take some foil, wrap the beets up completely with the skin on them and everything, and pop them in the oven at 375 for about 50 minutes until they're fork tender, just like this. And then you just peel them and that's it. So I prefer this method though, because it's just so easy. They're pre-cooked and ready for me to use. So I'm gonna take my little small beets here and I'm going to cut them in half. Look how pretty. It's just beautiful. I love beets. And they're so springy. And then I'm going to cut them again in half. So we have quarters and they're also a really pretty shape like this. And I'm gonna pop them in a big salad bowl. And I'm gonna keep going until all of our beets are cut. So I have all my beets here, all cut up in a big salad bowl. You're gonna want to just let them rest while we're doing our asparagus. It's actually better that way because we want our salad to be room temperature when we serve it. So I have a big plate of asparagus and I spent some time taking the outside of the asparagus off on the bottom half here and just peeling it. Why I do that is because this is what it looks like before you peel an asparagus. And this part is super, super tough. So if you take it off, it's not tough anymore and it's actually a great texture. So all you have to do is take a vegetable peel and just take off the bottom half here. It's not a requirement, but when you're making an asparagus salad, I feel like it's worth it. So I'm going to take a small bunch of asparagus. I'm gonna hold it in my very tiny hands here. And I'm gonna take some scissors. I have just kitchen scissors. And I'm going to cut bite-sized pieces onto a baking sheet. So I have all my asparagus cut now, and I'm just going to kind of even it out on my baking sheet. I'm going to take a splash of olive oil and just zhuzh right on our asparagus. Give it a little extra toss here with my hands to get it nice and coated. And then we're going to stick this in the oven to roast at 375 for about 15 minutes until the asparagus turns bright green and is fork tender. See you then. Our asparagus is roasted to perfection. I let it cool a little bit because you don't want, the asparagus to be really hot and then the beets to be room temperature. You want everything to be room temperature. Kumbaya. So I'm going to work on our dressing here. I have some creamy Dijon mustard. It's just regular Dijon mustard. It's going to be the perfect base for our dressing. I have some chopped up, very finely chopped up shallots here. I love shallots, as you know. And I'm going to stick in about one big shallot. And then I'm gonna add in some black pepper, quite a bit of it, and some salt, quite a bit of that too. And then just a splash of olive oil. Just about, let's start with that. And then we're going to take a spoon and we're just going to mix this all together. And you're going to get this lovely creamy dressing. So I have my dressing here and now it's time to add in our asparagus to our beets and really assemble everything. So I'm gonna take my asparagus and I'm going to dump it in with my beets. So I have all my ingredients in here, minus my beautiful creamy mustard dressing. I'm gonna stick most of that right into our bowl. Time to get in there and give it a good toss. All right, look at that coming together. You want the creamy mustard shallot dressing to coat everything. It's time to serve this up. I've been waiting to try. Ooh. Got my fork. I'm gonna go right in for a beet and a piece of asparagus. Gotta get the whole bite. Tanginess of the mustard, crunch of the shallot, and that weird PB&J. The beet and the asparagus together. So good. Trust me. Check it out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it.